Hello, welcome to White Davy Gardening and Worm Farm. Pretty exciting day. Don't mind the mess there, that's just the cover for this raised bed that I took off. But as I'm working against time, I don't have the time to put it aside, so please ignore the mess there. So this is my main garden, and I would say I'm 95% finished with planting it up. So on this side here, everything here is corn and different types of kidney beans, and I'm going to have pumpkin interplanted with it. So that's what I have here. So all of this region is corn. This little section here is not planted up yet. I am kind of uncertain what I want to put here, if I want to put more corns, because originally I planned to have everything on this side being corns, but I'm not quite certain yet. Now between those two apple trees I'm going to be putting 3 Chinese cabbage, because I don't think I have enough Chinese cabbage or as much as I'd want to have. So I'm going to be putting 3 in between those trees because it's going to keep them cool. My peas have germinated, but what you're looking on there, the top of them has been cut. Like all of them has been cut. So despite my effort, the cutworms did get to them. So now I am wrapping them in cardboard paper, and so far they seem to be okay. These ones that I did that to, my Scotch bonnet that I transplanted, are doing okay. So this side of the main garden has Scotch bonnet peppers and organic yellow and red peppers and California peppers that I transplanted, and I have okras that I started from seeds, and I have some melon seeds that I've sown in here. My garlic is doing okay. Don't worry, as I'm working on the garden you're going to see a lot of mess. My apologies for the mess, but it is all a part of it. Because I'm in a race against time, there's no time to stop to clean the garden just yet. I'm trying to get everything transplanted out as quickly as possible. So these are my scallions that I started in November. I was only testing these 5 seeds to see if they work, because I harvested them for the first time from my scallions that I grew last year. I transplanted some strawberries in here, and that was yesterday or the day before, but they're not looking so well because it was extremely hot yesterday. This is my potato beds, and I have lima beans in here with it. I just love lima beans. This section was not intended to plant anything, but along the fence line there I've planted some Jerusalem peas and a few more there. So this is my comfrey. All the nice luscious leaves that were on it before I transplanted them, those leaves are not looking so nice, but as you can see, the new growth is looking quite well, and there seemed to be a young sucker coming up there. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens with that. In this bed I have garlic and strawberries, and this is one of my lettuce bed. The lettuces in this row have germinated. The ones in here, royal red, they have not germinated. They were sown the same time with this, which was about 2 weeks ago. Same thing for here, royal red, nothing germinated. This is going to be my Roma tomato bed. My garlic are doing fine. My carrots are doing fine. But as for the lettuces that I plant in here, and I have royal red and I think it was salad blend. I'm not certain if it was salad blend. I'd have to look at the label. Let's see. Oh, I put in the label but I didn't mark what's on it. too bad. Yeah, so these lettuces in here did not germinate. This is my kids' garden. So they have lettuces that they sow in here and carrots. We're waiting for those to germinate. And these are their strawberries. The strawberries that I showed you in my scallion bed, I took it from the kids' garden. These were here from last year. And all of them were flowering, so I took the flower off too because I want them to spread out. But for the kids' sake, I'm allowing one to produce fruit before the plant spread out. My potatoes are doing fine here. That one strawberry is doing fine, but that's the only one over in that bed, so I'm going to have to do something about that. Now these are my wild strawberries, and as you can see, they are in full bloom. So I'm going to see what these wild strawberries are going to do. I just watered this bed. I have Chinese cabbage in here and some onions and a few chrysanthemum seeds and some lilies. And my strawberries are looking nice. Not strawberries, but raspberries. A lot of them did not survive the winter, so I'm just allowing a little bit more time to be certain whether or not they survived. They don't seem like it, so anything that did not survive is going to have to go. I'm pretty excited because most of my garden is planted out already. I haven't done my sweet potatoes yet. I'm just waiting a little bit. Well, the truth is it's warm enough where I can put those sweet potatoes out, but in the interest of time, that's where my challenge is. So in this bed here, this is going to be for my callaloo, otherwise known as amaranth, and I'm going to have my sweet potatoes and my purple Japanese yam in here. And as you can see, I just installed these holes in here, and what I did was took a 1/16 drill bit, and every 4 inches, every 3 to 4 inches, I put holes on both sides and then create a drip irrigation. So when I'm ready to water this, I'll just attach the hose to the end up there, and then this end is going to be attached to another hose for that bed over there. It has a nozzle on the end that I'm going to be attaching the hose, so I can turn off the nozzle so the water doesn't come here but goes over to the other bed. Now I have these guys to clean up, but like I say, I'm trying to get all the plants in before I start focusing on cleaning up. Now this is the first time I'm growing corns in raised bed, so I'm going to see what happens with this. So in here, the entire bed is planted out with corns and kidney beans. So I'm going to be putting about 4 cucumber plants in here on this end, and then everything else from here onward is going to be sweet potatoes. So my Jamaican sweet potatoes are going to be grown in this bed. I wanted to put some sweet potatoes in the ground in the main garden because I've never really grown any in there, just to compare how they perform in relation to those grown in raised beds. So I think I'm gonna put maybe a few plants in the main garden just so I can observe, so that next year I can decide whether or not I'm going to be growing them in the main garden or if I'm going to be growing them in raised beds. So this is my update on what I am doing. If you enjoyed my video and you would like to see more, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up. You can leave a comment in the section below. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification for more updates like these. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, time for grow.